Okay. So we're just gonna wait and see if the others are gonna come on. Okay, let me just pull up what we're supposed to be discussing. English. And then discussion. Okay, no one's here yet. Oh, I'm so glad it's working. So hopefully people can come on. I've invited them. Okay, let me try again. Okay. NGY, UK, HO, 2O. Yes, David. And then KIUTCU Hi. IUTAU15 at gmail.com. And then TI at gmail.com. Okay, so we're inviting them.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, I just let the others know that we're on here. So hopefully they come on soon.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute.
What is that?
Oh, okay. It's okay.
No, you're good.
I just use my headphone.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me good?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so hopefully they come in soon. But I have okay. So who should we decide to write the report, because the report's due tonight too, right?
Sorry. Can you speak slowly because my English is not.
Oh
very
yeah,
well.
yeah. Sorry. Okay. So we have to write a report. So we have to type. You can type it. You can write it. But we have to write a report to send in with this video about what we talk about. Yeah. So each time we do this, one of us has to write the report. It can be a page long. It can be a page and a half. And so it just depends. Whoever each time is going to be someone different. So just want to see who would want to write the report. That way they can take notes. Or they can just watch the video again and then see what we've discussed. But hopefully they come in soon. Yeah, they didn't say anything, so I don't know. But I have the assignment right here if you want to start talking about it.
Okay.
And if they come in, then they can just jump into the conversation.
Okay. Can you wait a minute because I need to record this video.
Okay. You got it?
Yes, got it. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So we need to talk about the questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The first question is what words seems especially important and why is that?
Yeah.
First I need to say my opinion.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I think the prompts forgive this delicious sweet and cold are important words because the prompts is the main subject in this program. And delicious is shows that it's just not a program. In the meantime, is apologize letter.
Yeah.
Yes, and the story background is the writer eat her wife's proms. So I think the words delicious, sweet, and the cold is describes his wife. Yes, that's my opinion.
Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to bring it up too so I can see it. Let me see. So sorry, it's taking a while to load. I'm just trying to pull the poem up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm happy this worked out because I was waiting for a long time. I kept checking all day to see if it would work again. And so like right when I came back and I went to go eat dinner, I came back and then I saw that it was live. So I was so happy because like, yay, we can do our assignment. So hopefully my connection stays good. Well, everything's just taking really long to load. So some important words. Where is it? Where is it? Discussion. Goodness. Okay, it's taking a while. Could you read the poem one more time for me? Sorry.
Oh, okay. I think the prompts, the forgive, the delicious, sweet, and the cold. These words is important. Because I think the prompts is the main subject in this program. So, what do you think?
I think yeah, I mean, because obviously for me when I read it, I was thinking, well, this sounds like a note left for someone, and then of course now that I'm looking at it, we've learned, right, that there's always hidden meaning and things like that, and I think that's interesting that you thought or that you think that this is the crumbs are the main subject of it, because yes. I didn't think of it in that way too, but now that I think about it, and how it expresses how the author or the writer of that the poem is kind of like expressing himself to whoever he's reading the note for. I think that's a good point that you made about it. It's just taking really long to load. I can't even bring it up. But I think that's really good. I think that's a really good point. Maybe we can do another question. How is the arrangement of the words important? Well, as soon as it loads and if I can see it, I was trying to look for because for me, I didn't really like think of it as something visual, like something you can see. Because when I was watching the video that talked about or that introduced this portion of the assignment to discuss the poem, I thought it was really interesting when it showed that was the red wheelbarrow is what he was talking about as an example, and how it rested on top of the word upon as if it were to be carrying it. I thought that was really good, like connection and imagery. And so I think it's in some way relates to how this poem is written out. And I really can't, it's not showing up on my screen. So I'm trying to wait for it. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I think it can make the rhythm is different.
Rhythm, okay.
Yes, because this the poem is different to it's not like other articles.
Yeah, totally. When I first read it, I was a little surprised because I was like, oh, this doesn't really sound like your typical poem that you would read, right? Like things that have rhythm or a certain tone or a certain theme. It really just sounded like a simple letter you would leave for someone if you're going out, or if you just want to let them know, you know, something. Oh, I have food left for you. It really didn't sound like a poem to me. But until you gave me those, you know, those thoughts about the main subject of crumbs and stuff, and I kind of breaking it down as if it could reveal again like how the author feels, his thoughts. Maybe how he felt in the moment, if he felt guilty for eating it, you know, and leaving it behind. And so I think that's something else that's important. I like that. Okay, let's do another one. What issues does the poem discuss, and what does it say about those issues?
Let's see.
Like I take everything literal, so I think it's a little hard for me to kind of like break down what could possibly be a problem in this. But I think just with the author apologizing that, right, he felt guilt. I think in a way he felt guilty for eating it, right, and not having too much left behind for someone else to eat it. That maybe let me see, maybe like in the rush of things or of life happening, that you just have to do what you have to do, I guess, maybe, and that you have to do things that are best for you rather than concerning yourself with others. Maybe that could be a problem, like in our day-to-day lives today. We just get busy and then we just kind of focus or tune into what we have to do rather than thinking about someone else. Maybe I think that could be an issue. What do you think?
The issues. I just think this poem is just apologize to her wife. So you just apologize a letter, I think.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I like it. I think that's good. Okay, finally the poem popped up. Let me see. Well, it's broken up into 3 stanzas, so I mean I don't know if there's any significance there. Let me look for another question. At some point, choose an issue that you think is especially important. So do you want to go with maybe yours that you want to talk about? Because you have to kind of tune in on one issue. And so the issue could be literally that he feels bad, it's showing him feeling guilty. If I'm reading the poem now, I have eaten the plums that were in the icebox and what you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me, they were delicious, so sweet and so cold. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, maybe how you say apology or
apology. I think the delicious and sweet is to describe the writer's wife.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, totally. I can see that. Okay, let's do another one. Decide what the poem has to say about the issues and find quotes from the poem that help you decide what the poem has to say about that issue. Explain why those quotes are important. Decide what the poem has to say about the poem that help you decide what the poem has to say about that issue. Okay. So you're saying that delicious and sweet describes the wife. We know kind of like the literal or the obvious problem that we see is that he's eaten the plums in the icebox. And so maybe he's done something without her. It could be like that, or it could be maybe again like in the hustle bustle of things, you're not too concerned with others. And maybe a quote from the poem that you could pull to support that would be that you're aware of it, maybe that you're aware of you thinking of yourself or putting yourself first, because it says, and what you were probably saving for breakfast. So maybe like I know you were going to do this, or I know you needed this, but I couldn't be there to help, or I couldn't be there to fulfill what you needed me to do. You know, I had to do my own thing. Maybe that could be something. And explain why those quotes are important. I think just because, I mean, it backs it up. It relies our way of thinking today. Maybe even, I mean, back then, because we see it's been written or it's been used from 1883 to 1963. So just maybe our mindset and how we think of it at the time. I don't know. What do you think?
I think.
Yeah, I know it's difficult. It's difficult.
Yes, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's a little. I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. So I don't know. When you look at it, what do you think? Like, what the problem, and then what in the poem supports what you think the problem is.
The prompts. The prompts. Oh, that's difficult versions.
It is. Okay. I think I said some about it too, so we can move on if that's okay. Okay, so as you discussed, you should probably write down your group's ideas about the details in a list on a hard copy of the poem. So I don't know, would you want to do that?
Yeah.
You can write down a list of the things that we're saying. Okay, so probably. Okay, so you can write down what we've been saying about the problem and the issues and what we think support that, maybe. So how we said the problem we feel is, or how I said earlier that I think it's the mindset that we have today where we're too busy thinking of ourselves to think about others. And some of the information that I pulled from the poem to support that would be because it says, and what you were probably saving for breakfast, to indicate that he was aware that his wife, or who he's leaving the note for, needed, him to do something. Well, that's what I'm taking from it. And that he is aware of it, but he had to go and do his own thing because he couldn't resist, because it goes on and says, forgive me, they were delicious and sweet. So, it's alluring to him that he needed to go do it. And maybe, again, thinking of himself rather than having to save it for someone else. So that could be something that we can write as an idea. Then it says, okay, yeah, it just explains about the report. what does it have to say about an issue and refer to many in a poem, like you can work to convince us that your idea of the poem message is correct and elaborate in detail of how. Okay, so what do you think the main message of this poem is?
Main messengers.
Yeah, the main message. What is the focus, or what is the maybe the purpose of this poem? What does it have to say to us? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think too. So you can take your time. You can take your time. Trying to read it too. This is just to say. Okay. What else? Let me see. So we said that we know the problem could be him thinking of himself or him doing something without maybe including another or someone else. And I think he feels forgiving and he feels bad for it because he says, forgive me, they were delicious. So we know that he feels wrong for something or having done something wrong. If we understand that this is a note left somewhere open for her to see or for the wife to see, that it's something that they use as a way to communicate to each other, and so maybe he's avoiding wanting to confront her and wants her to forgive him, maybe because he can't handle it.
Yes, I think she did something wrong, so she need to someone to forgive him, so she should just waste this program to make other to forgive.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else. I think also I think also that maybe a choice was made, because if I'm reading it, it kind of sounds like a child when they do something wrong that they want, they feel bad and they want their parents to know about it, because right, he's bringing it up, right? I would want my parents to know about it, and then I would want them to forgive me also. And so I think it's something to do with choices or making choices, because he obviously knew what was right and what was wrong, because it's saying, right, he did it and he should have saved it for her and asking for forgiveness. So I think it could be something centered around choices, or making a choice and making the wrong choice and asking for forgiveness and asking to be or wanting to be good again, I guess, and wanting that trust back. I think those are some good points. And I really hope that the others could join in, because I feel like we've kind of discussed a lot of what the assignment is asking us to discuss. But I don't know, would you want to do the report, or you want me to do the report? Because we're all gonna have to do it, but if you want to do tonight's one, and then I could do the next time that we do Hangouts, and I could rate it then.
Okay, maybe I can do it this time.
Okay, and then I'll do the next time then. And then we'll leave the other ones to do theirs when it comes to us again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Should we stay on so what if, I think this is really good because I think we covered a lot of things, but what if the other two called back? Would you be able to join in again? And then since we kind of have a better idea of what we discussed, then we could just share our thoughts and have them speak about it. Even then it could go faster. But let's see if they don't call tonight, or if they don't call back, then we'll use this chat for our assignment. And then you can start doing the report since it's almost due. And then if they call back, then we can all come back together and then we can discuss, and maybe you can add to the report. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay. It was nice to talk to you again, David.
Okay. Hope.
Okay.
Bye.
You remember my name?
Huh?
You remember my name?
Hope.
Hope. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'll talk to you later then.
Talk to you later.
Wait. Do you have a phone number? That way, like,
Phone
I don't
number.
keep blowing up your email.
A phone number.
Yeah.
Oh, but this is Hong Kong phone numbers.
Oh, okay. I don't. Okay. That way, like, it's easier to message you guys. That way, it's not like I keep having to send emails, you know, to communicate.
Email. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or do you want me to just continue emailing you or call? Like, which one's easier, like
You
text
can
or
email me.
email? Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later then.
Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.